Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to the Summer Fall Gideon's Garage Safety Briefing for 2020. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we can go over some safety procedures for the garage, and at the end you'll get a code. Here's the agenda, what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through an update for 2020. We're going to talk about some themes throughout the briefing, how you get access. We'll talk about personal protection equipment, keeping it clean, how to handle the tools, the lifts, dealing with noise with the neighbors. We'll look at a schedule, what we have to do paperwork-wise, and the planned upgrades. And again, this will be a short briefing. So I don't know about how you are at your work, but you probably have safety briefings, and usually it's a long litany of things that people have messed up. And the great thing is, I don't have anything to fuss at you guys about today. You've done a fantastic job. We've had no injuries, we've had no damage to vehicles, and we have helped a ton of families with this ministry. So that's fantastic. Kudos to you. Thank you for making the Gideon's Garage such a success. If I had one complaint about the garage, was not that you guys did anything wrong. I just would like to see you use it more. You would be amazed at how much easier an oil change is to do on the lifts, or a brake job on the scissor lift. If there's work that you need to get done, find a buddy, come to the garage, or call me, call Tony, call Jeff. We can meet up and we can get the jobs done. But it's a lot of fun, and please use your garage. Thank you so much for doing such a great job in our first 6 months. So in order to get your new access code, what you'll have to do is, you can see my email address on the screen. It's jmason2088@gmail.com. Once you've watched the video, you record the 3 mascots, and they're obscure, believe me. You say, hey, I watched this video, these are the 3 mascots, then I'll email you back your code. This is the way we're having to do this due to social distancing with the coronavirus. Again, to get your code, watch the video, send me an email. You can see the address there, jmason2088@gmail.com. Say the 3 mascots and a statement that you watched the video and you agree to the policies, and you'll get your code. Be aware that the existing code will work until August the 1st. From August the 1st forward, it'll have to be on the new code. If you have any questions, again, you can send me an email or give me a call. I'm glad to help. Okay, moving on to the actual briefing. So the themes that we hope to carry through everything, and you're probably going to say, hey, this is a lot like the last briefing. Well, you'd be right, because it worked and everybody's doing a great job, so we just want to keep that going. So think of it more of a reminder. But this garage was built to be used. We want you to fix vehicles because it's a garage, but we really want you to use it for ministry. Invite people to church, help people, use it as a way to build connections with families that you may know. We of course want you to use it safely. We've been great, no incidents so far in 2020, and we want that trend to continue. But please protect yourself, protect your church, protect this ministry. And then lastly, we ask you to be considerate of our neighbors. The garage is very close to some of the other houses, and we want to make sure that we are good neighbors to them. Okay, so for access, the only members of the Farley Community Church will be allowed to use the garage outside of scheduled events. All this is the same as it was before. Non-church members can use the garage, but they have to be accompanied at all times by a church member. Members have to sign the safety and policy briefing. We already talked about that. Send me an email with the 3 mascots, and we're going to change the combo every 6 months. There's a sign-on log in the back. It's in the corner at the little desk over by the television and the stereo. Make sure that you use the sign-on log to show that you were there. Very important, no man works alone. You must always have another person with you to access the garage. This is a key tenet of complying with our insurance. So make sure that when you use the garage, you always have someone there with you. And there's a bathroom key that's available. It's right by the access door, and all you do is just take the key, unlock the bathrooms, and lock them when you're done. I don't feel like I need to go over the locking policy, locking instructions. If you need it, it's on the screen here, or I'll be glad to send it. But just make sure that all doors are locked when you're done using the garage. Okay, oh wow, hey, there's our first mascot. So you're going to want to write this down, get your pencil. I'll tell you what this mascot is at the end of this slide. But we do have personal protection equipment, PPE provided for you. There's an eye wash station, there's gloves, there's safety glasses, there's a rubber apron, and we have 2 fire extinguishers. Please, the personal protection equipment has to be there to keep everybody safe. If you see that something's missing, please let Tony or myself know, and we'll get it taken care of right away. So now that you've had time to get your pencil, the first mascot is the Xavier University Blue Blob. I Googled for random obscure mascots, and this is the first one that came up, which I thought was pretty cool. If you're wondering how to spell Xavier, it's Xavier, Xavier Blue Block. Okay, now let's talk about cleanliness, guys. We thank everybody for keeping the garage so clean. It's been a really good thing. Also want to give a shout out to Les Lindsay, who, even though he hasn't been working in the garage, he's come down a couple times to clean it. We really appreciate his efforts and everybody's efforts to keep the garage clean and ready to use for projects. Just some friendly reminders: make sure that all electrical equipment is turned off when you leave. There's rechargeable batteries, and there's the computers. Make sure that they're plugged in so they're ready for the next user. When you close the power rolling doors, the opener is going to lock those automatically. So if they're closed, they're locked. You don't have to worry about that. But please double check the deadbolt on the entry door to make sure that that's working. We also ask that you close both fence gates. That just keeps people that are not supposed to be down by the garage out of that area. One of our key rules is that we do not allow vehicle or parts to be stored outside of the garage. This is part of being a good neighbor. If you drain a fluid, which is fine, you can do oil changes, that's great. You got to take it with you and bring some jugs to transfer that. If you have large trash items, large parts, just take it with you or use the dumpster here at the church. We ask that no automotive fluids be poured down the sink for environmental reasons. And again, no vehicles or parts can be stored outside the garage. However, if you need overnight storage, like it's a big job, you think it's going to be a few days, that's fine. We can't guarantee you that you can do that, but we're going to work with you. All I ask is that you just send me an email or call me, and we'll work out a time to make sure the garage is available for you. If you have a vehicle that's complete, that is not in pieces, but you need to store in a parking lot, we have the 3 parking spaces by the dumpster, which are available for Gideon's garage. Okay, look on the tools. Albert Carr has done a fantastic job of organizing the tools in the garage. I really appreciate Albert's work on that. Be sure that if you take a tool, put it back where it's supposed to be. That just makes it easier for everybody else. We ask that you not take tools from the garage just kind of randomly. If there's a tool that you need, we want you to be able to use it. Just let me know so I know where the tools have gone. I appreciate that. And then, guys, we remind you to use the safest option for your work. For example, if you're going to jack up a vehicle to do a brake job, yeah, you could use the hydraulic jack, and it's certainly there. There's jack stands, so you definitely want to use jack stands. But also consider the fact that the scissor lift may actually be a safer and easier way to do it. If you're not confident using the lifts, talk to me, talk to Tony, talk to Jeff, and we'll be able to get you up to speed on that. Speaking of the lifts, last time that we did this, we watched a video of all the disasters that could happen on a lift, and it turned my stomach truly. So we're not going to watch that video again, but we do want to stress that if you're going to use the lifts, you need to know what you're doing. The scissor lift is available for everybody. Anybody that's a user of the garage can use the scissor lift. There's a manual available on the Men's Ministry webpage if you want to check that out. Again, if you need help, just let us know. We'll show you how to use it. The 2-post lift requires a sign-off from Jeff Schlegel. Jeff is our trainer for lifts. However, if you signed off with Jeff in the previous 6 months, it's still valid. So you do not have to do another sign-off with Jeff. Let me say it again just to be clear. You do not have to have another sign-off. Previous sign-offs are still valid. Okay, noise. We want to be very careful to be considerate about our noise. Some of our tools are very loud, especially the impact wrenches. It's okay to use them like in the middle of the day, but I wouldn't want to be woken up at my house by an impact wrench at 5 in the morning. So just think about the neighbors and just be considerate of them. Oh, and we got our second obscure mascot. You got your pencil ready? Here is the Louisiana Ragin' Cajun. Again, the Ragin' Cajuns. That should be the second one that you send to me in your email when you get your new access code. Okay, moving on to our schedule. You can see on the screen the dates that we have for our car care clinics and our open garage days. They're always on the second Saturday of the month. Be aware that there's a difference between the 2 days. The car care clinic is community focused. Not saying we wouldn't work on a Farley member's vehicle, but we really want to reach out to our community and have people come in that we can help on the car care clinic days. That's in the odd months, all right? September, November. We just had one here in July. The open garage day is a Farley focused event. This is the one where, hey, I've been thinking about trying out the scissor lift to change the oil in my car, but I'm afraid to do so. I need some help. Okay, come on. The open garage days are on the even months. So our next one's in August, then October, then December. Of course, we will work on community vehicles at the Open Garage Day. It's just a matter of focus. And we ask you guys to come on out for these days. Our goal is to have a cookout every time. Chuck Simpson is doing a fantastic job cooking. The burgers and hot dogs were great last time. Please come out, help, work on the vehicles, come get something to eat. It's a great day of ministry. Please join us. Okay, we talked a little bit about paperwork, but just to remind you, you've got to send me an email, jmason2088@gmail.com. You got to list the 3 mascots. I know I haven't given you the last one yet. And you got to just say something that says, hey, I watched the video and agree to the garage policies. You'll get a new code via email. If you need a new lift sign-off, remember your old lift sign-offs are still good, but if you need a new lift sign-off, talk to Jeff Schlegel and he can get that for you. And when you send the email within a day, you'll have your access code. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about 2020 upgrades. It's hard to believe that we've got this incredible garage. I mean, talk about an act of God. We're not a rich church, we're not a fancy church, we shouldn't have this place, but we do. And believe it or not, the giving to the garage has continued. So thank you, everyone that's given to the garage and continues to give to the garage. You'll probably notice, you may remember on Facebook that we had the gravel project and we got, I don't know what it was, 26 tons of gravel, so there's more parking now, it's much more easy to drive in. And we're in process now for getting quotes for upgrades. So we're gonna open up the 3rd bay door, so we've already got 2 bays, we'll have a 3rd bay. We'll add another one of the garage door openers there so that you can get in easily. And then what's going to happen is we're going to move the scissor lift that's in the middle bay. It's going to go to the new bay and it'll be bolted down there for your use. And we're going to get a second 2-post lift. And we're still getting quotes on it, but the idea is that we're going to get a 14-foot lift this time so that even taller vehicles can be serviced in the garage. And truly, the only way we've been able to do this is your donations. And we're still slightly short on the finances for the complete project listing we have here, but we're confident that with God's blessing, you are going to keep giving and we're going to get it in place. So I'm going to wrap up. We talked about how well 2020 was going and appreciated how y'all been safe and nobody's been hurt, no vehicles have been damaged in the garage. We talked about how to get access, how to keep the garage clean, what to do with the tools, how to use the lifts, noise awareness for the neighbors. We looked at our schedule for upcoming events. We talked about the paperwork that you have to do to get your code. And lastly, we talked about our planned upgrades. If there's something in the video that I forgot to cover, please send me an email. If you have a question, I'm glad to ask it. Let me give you your last mascot. I didn't even know this was a thing, but this is the Delta State Fighting Okra. Yes, you heard that right. Fighting Okra of Delta State. So that's our 3rd and final mascot. I want to thank you for your attention. I appreciate you paying attention to the video. And invite some people down in the garage. Get some work done on the vehicles and use it for what it's intended for, to minister and help people. In Jesus' name, amen.